All right, I think that's been about 10 seconds. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I'm John Poole. I'm the head of community at Waves, and I'm joined here today with Katya with Clef. I'm very excited to host her today. She's going to be showing us a presentation about the project, and I'll let her tell a little bit about herself.
Hi everyone. My name is Katya, and I'm presenting Clef today, and I'm super excited. I'm wearing my Waves hoodie that I got at a Waves conf a couple of weeks ago. It keeps me warm with memories. Yeah, I'm just really glad that I have this opportunity to present my project to all of Waves community, and I'm just extremely excited about this. Thank you, John.
Excellent. I know we've got feedback in our headphones, and I'm not sure if we can get that under control. If not, we're just going to roll with it. Why don't you share a little bit about Clef with us today? Tell us kind of what makes it unique, what you're excited about. I know that this is one of our projects we're very excited about in the ecosystem, so I'll let you kind of explain it to the community though.
Yeah, actually, can you see my screen?
Yes.
I believe you can.
Yes, I can see the mixing decks.
Oh, good. Now you can see Clef.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see the Clef slides.
So Clef is a game where you play with music NFTs. We issue our music on Waves blockchain. We are integrated with Puzzle Market, and we plan to have an ILO in December. This is kind of the biggest things that we have right now. Yeah, today I prepared a whole overview of what we have right now, what there is to come, like what's the market. And I also prepared some melodies to show to you so that we are all on the same ground regarding Clef. Basically, what we have is melodies and the algorithm that generates those melodies. Yes, those are our main things.
Very cool. Very cool. Would you mind, why don't you take us through the slides, show us a little bit about how this works?
Yeah, good. Okay, so as I mentioned, Clef is a gamifying product for music creation. And I started off with songs or melodies as we have them. So those are the main thing that we have. This is the core of the game, which is songs. They look like this. On the left, you can see a list of songs with their names, and then there's a close-up on the right, which actually shows the structure of the melody. Because the song is quite complex, it has a lot of elements. And here in this view, we call it passport or DNA. You can see the details about the songs. I think, yeah, what's amazing about this is that it's not just beautiful pictures that are bright discs, is actual music. And I think it's better that we start with listening to those songs first. So here's what I prepared for you. I have a list of songs here that are on my on our team's wallet. These songs have been heard by the majority of our community, but I'm not sure about the Waves community. The songs are about like 14 seconds long, and I think it's good if I play a couple of them first. So we'll start with Clef in the Sky. Let's go. Yes. Could you hear it, John?
Yeah, I could, yeah.
Good.
So when
amazing.
It breaks it down, I just had a quick question looking at the instruments and the way that it was broken down there. It reminds me, I myself used to DJ a little bit. I did digital music production, worked with stems. It really reminds me of that, how the audio files broken down into the different instruments were the stem files. Is that correct?
What do you mean by stem files?
Stem file, like the different audio, like treble or bass, or like the different
Yes, yeah,
functionalities of the song. Okay, very cool.
exactly. Here's where our DNA actually comes. I mentioned it earlier. You can see there's a button called Observe DNA. And as you click it, the interface opens up this passport. When you scroll down, there's the whole structure of the song. So if you're into music, if you want to explore it a bit deeper, the melody itself, you can see which chords are used for this melody, which instruments, and when they play actually. There are different rhythms involved, different bass sounds, different beats, there are different chords, etc. And all of this is broken down in this passport. This version that I have on the website is has generation as well.
Okay.
Yes, but what we are preparing right now is rarity, and it's I think it's going to be launched pretty soon. So these songs are also going to have rarity, so you could actually tell how rare your song is based
That's
on
neat.
which elements there are. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I love that it shows the key and the tempo and everything. Like this is actually educating a gamer on music production as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, technically, you could cover your Clef song if you're a musician, because you see the chords, the tempo, everything. I think for contrast, we could go with another song that's my favorite. It's called Pluto Style. So yeah, let's just listen to it.
That's fun.
So this one,
That's
it
that's a
was
fast
faster.
tempo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says the tempo is 180, and you see it's a bit shorter because the structure is for all songs is that they have 8 chords. That's why if the tempo is lower, then the length would be bigger, and the other way around. So for the songs, this is pretty much what they are. They are very different. If when you like play the game, you can realize that the colors actually represent what chords there are inside. And there are a lot of other interconnections. I think it's good to explore once you play it. So now I wanted to
Really
move
neat.
to switch back to the slides. Yeah. Can you see my slides?
Yep. Yes. Please continue.
So yeah, here's rarity and the new passport that we are updating right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, we could move on to the next thing, or
that would be great.
To talk about melodies. Yeah, okay, sure. This is what you can actually do with the melodies in Clef. We have 4 functions that you could already see on the website, and mix is highlighted here because it's actually up and running. You could go right now to the website and mix some of the songs if you have some, and that is an option that's available for the early birds. We did a week of giveaways where we gave away 5 types of songs, and some people are already mixing those songs, and that's yes. But speaking of the other things, what we have minting for is for minting music elements. As I mentioned, the songs are made of music elements, and you could mint separate music elements and separate songs in that interface. This is basically where you get all the things you need for Clef. And what you do next is you go to compose. You take those elements and you combine them into an interface, and the algorithm creates a song for you. You just own the song. You don't do anything except for pressing the buttons, choosing the elements you want, and enjoying the experience. So it's all super simple.
I like that. I like simplified music composition. A lot of
Exactly,
the
that's
tools today are designed just to do that.
yes, and that is actually what we aim for when gamifying music creation and when creating Clef. Our priority is that in one window you would see one main button that you need to press, and you never hesitate where to go, what to do. So it's supposed to be very, very simple and very intuitive. That's our
I like those
main.
words, simple and intuitive.
Yes, that is our main goal. Moving on to mixing, which is already released. This is where you take two of your songs and you combine it into one song. Once you mix songs, they progress, they get more elements, and they just sound more advanced. And you could, as I mentioned, you could try it already on the website. By the way, if you don't have any melodies, that's no problem, because there's already a secondary market functioning on Puzzle Market. You could get some of the songs from other people. Maybe some of the mixes are already available there. Yeah, so if you wanna, you can try.
Very cool. Excellent. And I encourage our community to go give that a try, especially while it's early.
Yes, but what I wanted to do here is to try with the community as well, to show maybe
Let's
one
do it.
mix.
Yeah, let's do
So
a live mix. That would be great.
yeah, let's do a live
See how
mix.
easy this
So we
is.
go we go back to the to our website. Should we maybe do the songs that we listened to? That was Clef in
Sure.
the Sky and Pluto Style.
Yeah,
I
that
hope.
would make sense.
Yeah, so this is basically how the interface works. You get all the songs. If you want to pick a song for the mixing, you just click this checklist, add to mix, and it appears here in the bottom on the mixing deck. Or if you want to go to the top of the site, again, mixing deck, here you can see the passports. Everything is here. Oh, and by the way, we just add share here.
Okay.
Just today, so you could
Oh,
like
awesome.
copy a link, share it to Twitter, to Telegram.
I like that. That's fantastic. Now, I just saw a download song. What kind of formats do you download the song in? Is that so that you can actually mix them outside of Clef?
Yeah, it's
Very cool.
in .pub
Yeah,
format.
yeah,
That
that's
one.
cool. Awesome. All right, I'm
Yes.
interested in this. So we've got a key in C and a key in D. One's 135 BPM and the other's 180. So I'm interested to see how this goes.
Oh, okay. So I want to keep my parent melodies. That's why I have to pay for it.
Okay.
And I could have a free option to burn the parent melodies, but so far I don't want to burn those, so I'm just creating more of them.
What happens when you burn them?
The NFTs are burned.
Ah,
Yes, they're not there anymore after you burn them.
okay. Okay. That's good to know.
So we
Don't
just
accidentally burn.
yeah. Well, you would need to confirm the transaction.
Okay.
Oh, this is what we got. I think this is one of the most colorful songs I have seen so far in this game.
That's cool. Okay, so it
Yeah,
kept the C key and the 180 tempo. So it actually took the key from one and the tempo from the other.
yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
from
Let's
Pluto.
let's
And then
hear this.
there's, you see this little blue spot on the disc.
Mhm.
It means that there's a minor chord. And if we
Okay.
check, there's supposed to be, yeah, here, E minor.
Oh, cool.
So let's check it. Awesome.
That is
There,
surprisingly smooth, and that sounded better than I was expecting it to.
thank you.
Yeah.
So you see, because we mixed two songs, it has a new generation. It's generation 2 now. And every time you mix, yeah, the generation count just increases by 1.
So we've
based.
just minted a new NFT essentially by playing two different mixes together. It was extremely simple. That's incredible. And what I'm really wondering about is like this helps the music industry with the plagued issue of royalties and ownership and blockchain not having, that's those stored digital assets available to individuals. So this is really unique, the way that you're taking samples, you're mixing them, and you're producing new NFT samples immediately that are on the blockchain that have royalty rights associated to them in terms of ownership. So if you were to go out and solicit this, like there's no confusion on who owns this NFT. This is really unique.
Yeah, yes, I do agree. And what I love the most about these songs, like I think they're precious because they actually have a utility outside of the game.
Yeah,
What you
absolutely.
don't normally see with NFT games, where there are tokens for just for the game, because with music you can actually use it for streaming, for your alarm, for, I don't know, ads,
Yeah,
music
you can
making.
use
There
it
are
for so
so
much.
many ways to use that music, and in case you manage to monetize it, your ownership actually secures your royalties, and that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And this is really, that's why I was asking about downloading earlier, because a lot of DJs, a lot of digital production, like music on the digital production side, they take these samples, they scour the internet, they go to Beat Pro, they go to SoundCloud, and they're really just looking for a sound that they then capture and then they manipulate. So this is a really unique way of offering unique sounds and samples to music composers in a very, like I was saying, an improved method on royalty solutions, because I know that that's a huge industry right now. A lot of musicians, they'll put something out, they'll sample work, they'll put it online, and it just gets stolen and they don't get their credit, they don't get monetization. It's truly just stolen from them. So this is a very unique approach towards this. And it's also like, that's the download side of it. That's not even the gamified side of this project. So that's a really unique use case that that my mind is just racing with right now.
Yes, thank you so much. That's very flattering.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Um,
So where
yeah,
can we
but
go from here? What do we do with our mixes? Where are we going with this?
with our mixes, this is very interesting. This is actually where you get rewarded. Release, it's called release. So once you, by releasing your song, you basically put it to a music chart where there are the other songs as well, and your song competes with the others, and the top of the chart gets rewarded. The way it happens is, like, the model we have right now in mind is that there are going to be listeners who are offered to listen to 4 songs, and they rate the 4 songs, and based on that, basically the top song is determined. And then once the chart is formed, the rewards distribution takes place, and owners of the best songs get rewarded. That's
Very
it.
cool.
But also the listeners get rewarded for, they get a small portion of reward for listening and for taking their effort and time to rate those songs.
That is a great mechanic to this, because many people, they just do this all day long. They go on YouTube, they go into different music sites, and they just listen all day trying to scour. It's the old, I have one of my really close friends. He used to go to record stores all the time, and they just dig through records trying to find classic songs or music that nobody else has heard before. So there are types of people out there that just love listening to the first of many sounds, and they want to be the early birds that they can then DJ with those music samples. So that's really cool.
Yeah, but all of these are just created by our algorithm.
Yeah,
That is
that's
also
impressive.
unique. Yeah.
That is really neat. Now, oh, go ahead on the tokenomics. This is a very important part of this.
Yeah, this is very important. So for this is the model again we have right now for playing the game, purchasing the NFTs. All payments are taken in USDN, and the rewards are also paid in USDN. But we are going to have our own token anyways. And as I mentioned, we plan the ILO in December, so very soon. And we want to keep at first our token as a security token, and it would have a limited supply. So that would actually be like equity, like a share of our company. And here in the screen, you can see the basic distribution. Like there's some goes to the team. There's a small portion released to the market to get some initial funding, to get some early investors from the community. That's also very important. Share is given to the investors, and the biggest share that you have, 67%, is kept for our players, actually, because for the top chart places, we want to give our tokens to the players as well, kind of give them the share of our company for playing and for staying with us, for being loyal. That is our idea.
Yeah, that's a great mechanic. It reminds me of profit sharing in traditional business where, rather than big bonuses, people get more shares in the company, top performers become more owners, and that way you keep the quality close to the project themselves. So that's great.
Yes. And yeah, it's important to mention that we plan to introduce more utility for our own token within the game, like purchasing some additional things for the token packages and so on. Yep, that's planned for later.
That's great. Thank you.
Yes. I think you were already talking about this a bit, the market, but I really wanted to share this data with our community, because I was thinking people could be coming to this presentation, keeping in mind that Clef or NFT music is something really new. In fact, it's been around for a couple of years already, and the market is pretty big already. There has been a thorough research carried on music NFT market, and I listed the research report here down. And it showed that last year, the market was already 1.35 billion, which is pretty huge, but it's projected to grow up to 6 billion by 2027. And what we want to do is to be part of this and to make Waves part of this, together with Puzzle Market and together with our users.
That's fantastic. And that number is going to continue to grow. I did allude to that a little bit earlier. I am familiar with that scene from years ago when this was one of the biggest topics in music in the industry itself, was royalties and how they can find solutions to that. And that was one of the biggest issues that they faced for decades, was, people stealing the royalty rights or sampling music and not honoring royalty rights and then suing one another. And, Apple Music came along with iTunes and all this stuff, and it just became this massive mess where musicians themselves were at the bottom of the earning totem pole. And it was really unfair, because they're the composers, there's the people that are actually taking the creativity, their artistic minds, and putting that content into the world. And so, NFTs, when that craze hit, looking for use cases, music and royalties was one of the major use cases that really stemmed a new focus in the music industry. So this number, it may look big, but that's actually quite small in comparison to where that industry is going to go when we find real solutions. And I think this is really interesting.
Yeah, thank you for adding this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, here is kind of what's happening right now. There's a startup that has made a platform for musicians to release their music as NFTs, and this is one of the biggest ones. There are several, and I just wanted to share their market that they have right now, and that we are missing on Waves. So their primary market for the melodies is already 3 million, and secondary market is 5 million, and that is so much. And I think we are missing here on Waves a lot of opportunity, because we don't have any music market so far. But this is all going to change with Clef, because Clef is introducing music to Waves. And yes, here's one more example from Sound XYZ. This is the number of songs that the artists mint on their service. And you see it grows exponentially. So last month, they minted 11,000 songs, and over a year it was 29,000. So those numbers are just crazy for me. And I think that we should really contribute to this, and we should be a part of this upcoming trend. It may become a trend. It may become just a thing, maybe not a trend, but this market is definitely there, the market for music NFTs, and we can create our own market here on Waves, and that's what we are doing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And let's not lose sight of the fact that it's a gamified project as well. So it's not just tapping into the industry. It's not just making music and having, some royalty rights and different things down the line. It's actually playing a game. There's incentivization all the way through. So that's one layer that, you can't lose sight of that. It's quite unique to be able to play a game in the digital production of music. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I would say we're different from Sound XYZ, for instance, because they are a service for musicians, and we want to provide primarily our services to just regular customers who want to play, who enjoy music, because music is fun. And yeah, we just gamified it for them. We made it simple, and they can enjoy it and enjoy the whole business model of music NFTs.
Yeah, it combines community and the composers almost immediately, instead of having to delay and release and do things in the old-fashioned way where you master your sample, you master your song until everybody's done with it, and then you put it out and you hope that community loves it. This is a very unique way where it's immediately released, and the listeners themselves can help you understand if they're going to like it before you even put more work into it. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Also, we actually want to bring users, so like players and musicians, a bit closer, because we plan to have jackpot samples that are written by actual music artists and not our algorithm. But those samples are going to be integrated into the game as regular Clef songs, so that players could actually mix their Clef songs with the artist samples.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was going to be one of my questions. As a digital composer, I was wondering, can I make my own sample, upload it into Clef, and work alongside your algorithm and maybe mix my sample with some of the algorithm samples?
Well, there's no separate functionality for that. But this is what we plan to do in a curator type of way. So we would have an agreement with the musician, and we would just list their sample to Clef.
Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we don't plan a separate interface for that. That's what I mean, like permissionless minting a listing. Yeah, with this slide, what I wanted to say is kind of wrap up what Clef is focusing on. First, the music NFT market, because there's none on Waves. We want to create one together with Puzzle Market and with our users. Also, music is loved by so many people. It is super fun, but it tends to be complex. So we gamify it. We make it very simple. As I mentioned, one button per screen. Never hesitate what to click, and just the algorithm does everything for you. The website does everything for you. You just press the buttons, enjoy it. That's our proposition. And again, about the utility, I think the new bear market is upcoming very soon, and people may be looking into like new NFTs. And when you look what to buy, you may be thinking, or how would I use it? This is how you use it. You can play with it, and you can use it in your life, because everyone has music on their phone playing at their house or anywhere. So this Clef songs are actually pretty unique in the way that they could be used in a game, and they could be used outside of the game just as fun. Very yes. Cool. One one more thing. I wanted to invite everyone who's interested to join our social media channels. We have Twitter, we have Telegram. There are news announcements on Twitter, and there are nice chats and discussions on Telegram. So everyone just either scan or follow using the ticker. Yes.
That's great. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sure our community is going to be joining these channels. I know our ambassadors will be joining these channels. I know they're eager to play games and to make tokens. So this is really cool.
Yeah. We actually have also planned an announcement, because there's basically nothing stopping us from launching our game, and we want to launch as soon as in a week.
Announcement in a week?
Yes, which is the 7th of December. That is going to be my name day, by the way. So yes, this is the first time I'm putting it anywhere, and we are obviously going to share that on Twitter and everywhere. But our launch is going to be on the 7th of December, which is in a week. And what our launch is that we will, together with Puzzle Market, release a collection of 15 Genesis songs that you can purchase and mix in our game. Yes.
That's great. So mark the date, December 7th. We're going to have a launch. That's fantastic.
Yes. Save that date.
Yeah, save the date. That's great. Did you want to take some questions from the community? I'm just trying to see if there's any actual questions. See some people congratulating you guys and getting excited, as they should be. Gen 2, Gen 3, this is great. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any questions. That was pretty straightforward, pretty simplified, like you had said.
Awesome. Or someone says, it's the amount of songs they have. 5, 6.
Oh, someone already has 5 songs.
Clef Radio, actually, people have been really excited about this concept. Someone from the community suggested that we would have a radio of Clef songs playing on websites, conferences.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
a great idea.
That's awesome. December 7th. Yes, I also don't see any questions.
Yeah,
there was
pretty straightforward.
On Twitter, I replied before the stream. I replied. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, Katya, thank you so much for joining me and showing me that presentation, showing the community that presentation. I very much appreciate it. I myself have been really excited about this project. I know that it was coming through the incubator, and we were really excited to get this off the ground. So thank you very much for hosting this today or being with me, hosting you today, and demonstrating this to our community.
Thank you, John, for helping so much and for making me feel comfortable. I appreciate it a lot. And thank you to everyone from the community who took their time to watch this, to support and write all those nice messages. I'm very thankful.
Thank you so much.
And I hope to see you in our channels.
Yes, we will. I'm going to be I should be already in these channels, and definitely I'm going to get our ambassadors will be dumping into those channels. That's for sure.
Awesome. That's just amazing. I'm very excited about this, and I guess I couldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep today.
You can relax. You did a great job. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, John.
Yeah, you're very welcome. If there's anything else that you want to say, I mean, now's the time. Otherwise, I think we could probably wrap this up.
Yeah, just thank you everyone once again. Welcome to our channels. We will be waiting for you there. Mark the date, December 7th, which is in a week. And we are going to announce everything regarding the launch and the upcoming activities on our Twitter. I think we are going to have some contests. So yeah, just stay songed, as I say.
Very
Thank
nice. Stay
you.
songed. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Have an amazing day. Bye. And thank you to everyone. Have an
Thanks,
amazing
everyone.
day and night, whatever, where you are. Thank you.
Thanks.